This season on Backyard Farmer, we're stressing green practices in the lawn and the garden. When you think about a lawn, you often think about a lot of inputs: water, fertility, pesticides. Is there a green alternative? Today we'll be with Paul Thorson, production manager of Todd Valley Farms, to talk about buffalo grass, a green alternative for lawns.
You do have a lot of people that are just been so tired of maintaining their traditional lawn, always having to water it, always having to fertilize it, and it still goes brown and dies every summer. They put in the buffalo grass, it spreads, it covers the ground. They have to do very little maintenance to take care of it, and pretty soon they just something they don't have to worry about anymore. And they're also pleased because they know they're helping the environment while they're doing this. There's areas around the country, especially in western Nebraska can be one example, where the local government's getting involved, trying to provide incentive for local homeowners to install the buffalo grass in their lawn. Plugging is just a matter of putting a small little 1¼ inch plugs into the ground around between 12 to 18 inches apart. The plugs will then spread by solenoids running across the top of the ground and fill in, and eventually in about 3 to 5 months you have coverage just like you would with a sod. The benefits of this, the main one is going to be it's a lot less expensive because you're required to plant a lot smaller amount of material. And also the plugs will grow in small flats, and they're able to be lightweight, and then we can ship them all over the country. We do a lot of work down in the Southwest where the temperatures are going to be really hot and dry all the time, an area where buffalo grass is very well suited for. Without being able to grow the plugs in the greenhouses with the lightweight shipping, we would not be able to get the product down to those customers as easily as we normally could. One of the things with the buffalo grass and establishing it from seed is it takes several years for you to get a very good stand, just because the seed doesn't always germinate until the conditions are perfectly met for it. Plugs, you put them in the ground, they're going to grow right away no matter what. Because a buffalo grass is such an aggressive grass, it's going to spread and fill in about 3 to 5 months, and you end up getting your lawn quicker than you would with seed. The other option would be sod, and that's going to give you coverage right away, but again you have the more expensive thing there. Plugs, you can have a few problems with weeds and stuff growing in, but as long as you take care and maintain them, you're going to get very rapid coverage. There are 3 main varieties we have. They're called Legacy, Prestige, and UC Verde. The Legacy and Prestige were both developed by the University of Nebraska. The Legacy has been our biggest seller so far. It has the widest range of area where it can grow. It is a lot more cold hardy than the other two. It also has a nice light blue-green color and just has all the benefits that your buffalo grass normally would. Prestige is going to be similar. The big difference there is it is more suited for the warmer, more humid climates of the southeastern part of the United States. There may be a few disadvantages depending on how you look at it. Some people aren't as pleased with the lighter color when they're more used to the dark green color of a bluegrass or a fescue, and also it has a shorter growing season, meaning it'll go green up later in the spring and go dormant earlier in the fall. But when compared to a bluegrass or in a really high heat environment, it's just kind of shifting when you have that dormancy period. It's going to be more in the early spring and late fall as opposed to the middle of summer when it's all brown just because it's being burned up from the heat. We have the advantage of having that unique relationship with the university. Again, it's kind of been forged just through a lot of cooperation over the years. We have good people on both sides that are just looking to improve the grasses we have, make them available to the general public and just improve the industry as a whole. It helps us too having the university close by. We're always able to go down there, look at test plots without having to make long trips. Enables us to work more closely with the university because we're able to be more directly involved with some of the things going on just because we're able to make that trip so often. It's been a major advantage for us just because it helps add credibility to our organization. I think it's an advantage for the university because we do a very aggressive job marketing these products and getting them out to the public, letting them know that there's a green solution out there through the needs in order to take care of all the water issues, fertilization issues, any problems they might be having.
The vegetative cultivars are a little bit unique in that they're totally female. There is no seed head produced. That would be contrasted with the seeded varieties that is also an alternative when you want to consider buffalo grass in the lawn and garden. These grasses offer you the opportunity for lower inputs in water, fertility, and pesticides, and are a viable green option in the home lawn.